A 1-0 defeat to the New Saints against Barry Town United at the weekend, but as you look back a few days later, what are your thoughts on the performance?
Yeah, it's always nice to have a couple of days and reflect. It's not one where you come into the change room and, always try and put what was wrong with the performance right, because you need a time for the players to also reflect as well. So having a look at it and having a think and where we did go wrong, I thought we played a lot better than we have done over the last few weeks, and some of our play was excellent. A lot of possession, which we're a possession based side, but I think the keepers made a few very good saves. On another day we could have had 2 or 3 goals. At the end of the season you look back and again reflect, and hopefully it's one of those games that you can put to the side and say, look, they've had a couple of shots, one they've scored with, one they haven't, and it won't cause us too many problems. Having said that, we do need to find consistency, and we need to make these chances count. So there's no panic, there's no sort of panic button or making lots of wholesale changes. Certainly not from me and the staff. We're okay. I said to the boys at the end of the game, look, you haven't played badly, there's not lack of effort, lack of desire and whatever else and whatever. I think we actually did okay on Saturday. Good goal the lads scored, got in a little bit too easy, but I think if you look at the overall play, I think we deserved at least a draw from the game.
Looking at the JD Cymru Premier table at the moment, the New Saints are 4 points behind Barry, but still in second place, and a lot of football still to go. 72 points still to be won.
Of course.
So you don't want to run like this to drag on for a long time, but it's not the disaster that most people are making out.
No, not really. I mean, look, we're at 2 cup competitions where we went out on penalties, and we know we've got to be better. We know we've got to dominate games and test goalkeepers more. The amount of times that other teams are scoring against us with having maybe 1 or 2 chances in a game, and we're getting punished. These runs you go on, it's not as if we're playing badly, not in possession of the football, not creating chances, and other teams are dominating games. Other teams are certainly not dominating us. So I think a couple of little tweaks here and there, back to getting all our boys fit, training and hungry again, we won't be far away.
Yeah, a trip on Friday to the Oval to take on Caernarfon Town. We know what sort of side they are, well organised, full of energy, and they won last week against Newtown, so they'll be full of confidence for this game.
Yeah, good. It's always a decent game there as well. Good support and lively atmosphere on a grass pitch that's usually quite good. So yeah, looking forward to it. And another 3 points are only on offer. That'll be our 9th game in. Long way to go. And obviously things happen in the season where something clicks and when we go on a run or we get a good victory in it, and it boosts a little bit of confidence as well. Football's about confidence and having that belief that you're going to go and win every game. We've got no divine right to win every single game, even though we're a full-time team. You've got to earn that respect, you've got to earn the right, and hopefully we'll do that from minute 1 on Friday.
And as you know, this season we've opened up the press conferences to fans on social media. We've got a couple of questions from TNS supporters. These are both from Facebook. The first one is from Raymond Day. He asks, on Saturday we probably had 70% of the ball and outplayed Barry football-wise. And it's only in the last few weeks where we seem to get into the opposition box and fall down. They seem to crowd the box with 9 or 10 defenders. So have the opposition gotten used to our style of play?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. No, if teams are going to put men behind the ball, that means there's going to be more players within the area, and it's going to be harder to break down. So obviously we've got to be better with our final ball, or we've got to be taking more shots from outside the box. Yeah, we know that, we're working on it. End product is one of my pet hates. If we've got wingers and attacking midfielders that aren't up to their best and aren't creating, then we've got to come from a different avenue. But we're certainly not changing the way we play. We stick to our beliefs, what the club has been successful on, and we'll continue to do so. If players can work the opening and create better and make sure that our forwards have chances, then that's what we're striving to do.
And the second question from Facebook comes from Kieran Cousins, who asks, will you be looking to bring in players in January to fix the squad's apparent lack of depth? And also, what do you think is causing the squad's recent poor form?
When you don't have stability, when you're changing the team about, we've only changed the system once to combat Cardiff Met, which I thought we did okay actually, and still dominated the game. I think if you get a little bit disjointed and have new players coming in and have injuries, then it does upset your rhythm a little bit. We're like nobody, we're not going to say we're like nobody else when we come across difficult times. It's about digging in and making sure that everyone's working off the same hymn sheet and singing off the same hymn sheet. So we're not going to just sit here and say everything's okay. We know we're below par, but it's a long season, like you say. We were a little bit below par in October, November last year, and come through it. It's one where we have the split anyway, and we do come good later on. But I think my thoughts this season was start the season well, and we wouldn't need to do that. But for whatever reason, momentum's not with us at the moment. But we're going to get there. Believe me, we'll get there, and we'll get back to where we need to be. And Friday's the first start to that. So, yeah, we're always looking for other players. We're always looking for new players. And to answer his question about the squad depth, we've got 22 players with 4 young professionals. The squad's deep enough. If the squad's not good enough, then that's up to us to change that.
And finally, another squad was boosted over the weekend by the return of several players: Jamie Mullen, Simon Spender, Brian Brobble, just to name a few. But what's the injury situation looking like this weekend?
We're looking quite good on that. I think we'll only have possibly Danny Redmond out. So it's nice to see the injured players coming back and working with the physio and the strength and conditioning. It's nice to see them out there, and hopefully we'll have a full squad to choose from, apart from Danny Redmond.